Hello, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I am having a wonderful week. I'm happy to be here today, and I'm so thankful for this new topic I have for you today. What can we learn from children? I have two children, and I will tell you there's so much we can learn from children. My name is Joanne Klein, and my purpose in life is to encourage and motivate you to live life more than you're living right now, to challenge you to grow mentally, spiritually, and physically. Welcome to my channel. What can we learn from children? In Matthew 18, starting from verse 1, we see the disciples who are arguing who would be the greatest. And we see what Jesus responded to his disciples. And this is what it says. This is Matthew 18, starting from verse 1. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" He called a little child to him and placed the child among them. And he said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me." So we see in the Bible, Jesus really taking children and teaching the disciples about being a child or being like children. This does not mean being childish, but there's a lesson to be learned here. And stay with me because I have 10 things you can learn from children. We are also told one thing, that we need to protect children. There are people, and I'm sorry to say that there are people who never think twice about children. But we are told, see that, and this is Matthew 18, starting from verse 10. "See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that their angel in heaven always sees the face of my Father in heaven." So we have to be careful with children. I have my own, and I will tell you, children can teach us something. They're a little challenging. I'm not saying it's all good, but there's something we can learn from children. And today I'm going to talk to you about 10 things we can learn from children. The number one thing we can learn from children is love. I will tell you, kids will love you unconditionally. Kids do not look at the color. They don't look at how you look, your physique. They don't look if you're poor or rich. Kids will love you for who you are. And that's the one thing I've come to learn. I volunteered my local church, and I will tell you that these 3-year-olds, they are so loving. Yes, they may be scared because you're a stranger, but there's something I've come to understand about children. They are very, very loving. And I learned this as a parent, and with my children, especially when you punish a child for doing something wrong. I could not believe that minutes when I was feeling sad and, oh God, what did I shouldn't have done that my son came and gave me a hug and said, "Oh, I love you, mommy." Believe it or not, I was like, did he forget that I just punished him? So this was a huge lesson for me because I had never seen that. I had never come across something like that. And that's why we are told to be like little kids or like little children. Number 2, they are forgiving. Just like I told you, my son, a few minutes, not even hours, a few minutes after I had punished him for doing something wrong, he was there with open arms, hugging me and loving on me. And forgive and forget, because I could not believe that child came back to me and gave me a hug. That is another thing you can learn from a child. They forgive and forget. Number 3, they are playful in nature. Oh, kids, you don't have to be told. You can see it in their spirit, in the way they laugh, they play. They have no limit. They play anywhere. So that's another thing. We need to be playful. Number 4, they never give up. If you watch a child trying to do something, especially when they're trying to walk, this is the one thing, and it's a one blessing parents have, that they can see a child try to walk. I experienced that with my 2 boys, and I will tell you, I could not believe that this child would stand, walk, fall, stand up, fall. It was amazing. And I will tell you, they never give up. That is the one lesson we can learn as adults, that we should never give up in anything we are trying to do. Number 5, they are willing to learn. Wow. Children are always willing to learn. Like I told you, I volunteer for 3-year-olds at my local church, and I will tell you, a child will come with a book. Please, can you read this for me? And you'll finish the book and they want it again. If it's a puzzle, they just keep trying. This is the one thing I learned, that they are eager to learn something new. And their minds are like sponges. They get anything you teach them. And number 6, they live in the now. They live in the present. When you see a child, they never think about tomorrow. They will not talk about tomorrow. Unless you promise a child that tomorrow we are going to do this. That's that. They will remind you. But when a child is doing what he's supposed to do or she's supposed to do, you'll be shocked. They're so focused. And they're in that moment. And that's it. That's the one thing too we can learn from children. Number 7, they do not judge others. This is the one thing I've seen. Living here, especially in the US, children, where there's so many races, children are one thing you will find. They do not judge you. They won't judge you if you're black or white. They won't judge you if you're rich or poor. They won't judge you if you're disabled or not. Children will love you for who you are. They will just come to you, and I don't know how to explain it. That is the one thing we can learn from our children, that they're not judgmental. They're very open to anyone. And number 8, they're trusting and sincere. And this is the one thing that us as parents, we try and teach children who is the right and the wrong person, because their spirit is so sincere, so innocent, and so trusting, that they don't think about if this person is going to be bad or good. That's the one thing too we learn from children. They're not afraid. Yes, a child, we as parents are the ones who teach children to be afraid, but children do not have fear. And this is the one thing we'll know, that fear is learned. Some fears are learned. There's that fear that is not learned, where you know that, oh, I'm scared, that's danger. You know, because you know fire is danger, or seeing a lion, you just don't walk towards it. But children don't have that, because they do not know if that's danger. So they're not scared to do anything, to walk through it. And that's why we see that we are told we can be like little children. They're very, they're very, very open to new things. And number 10, they believe they can be anything they want in life. This is the one thing as a parent I've been blessed to see. They dream big. There's no limit to their dreaming. I once gave rides, I coupled with other children, and these children, as I took them to soccer, I remember they all had big dreams. They said, I want to be a soccer player. Oh, I want to be an actor. I want to be a surgeon. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a real estate agent, like big. Then after they talked and everyone was like, this is what I want to be, I said, what if it doesn't happen? What is then? And they were like that, saying the second thing they would want to be in life. So there's no limit in their imagination and their dreaming big. And as parents or us as adults, we're the ones who put limits to the kids' imagination and how they dream. Oh, you should do. Trust me, this is a big lesson for me because I've seen it with children. You tell them, write down what you want to be or what you want to do when you grow up. Believe it or not, to them, there's no limit. Nothing can stop them or hinder them from knowing this is what I want. And this is something as adults we can learn and know that it's possible to be what we want to be. It's possible to achieve our dreams. And that's a good lesson we can learn. Those are the 10 things we can learn from children. I know there are many more things we can learn from children, but I gave you 10. Research and find out. Leave a comment below and let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you've not subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much and have a wonderful week. God bless you. Bye-bye.